Welcome to the Healthy Reasonings podcast with Dr. Andre. You are now listening to your number one source for clear, unfiltered conversations about your health and wellness. Join us every Tuesday for success stories, educational topics, and interviews with wellness experts from around the world. You can listen to this podcast on your computer, phone, or any other electronic device that streams podcasts, or download each episode and listen to it on the go. Let's get started with today's episode.
All right, healthy reasoners, you would not even begin to believe how excited I am today because I have a very special guest here with me. You can see her right there, but I'm looking into that camera because this is her camera. And this guest is somebody who I've been trying to get on the podcast for the past 50 episodes.
Wow.
And I had to invite her to my home for lunch and then kind of kidnap her to get her into the podcast. A very, very special person to myself and Nisha. This is Dr. Charlotte Bedasse. Say hi to her. Okay, you said hi. Thank you. So we're gonna have a wonderful time today because I think I may have hinted at it before that there are a few people who I keep in my inner circle because they know so much gems of wisdom that you wouldn't really tell just by looking at them. But Dr. B is one of those people. And she has, over the years, become more of a mentor to me than anything else. And so I'm going to squeeze a little bit of her wisdom out today. I want you guys to pay close attention because she doesn't say a lot, but what she says is very heavy. So I'm not going to ask any difficult questions. You guys know me already. But I want you to get to know this lady. And before she runs out to the studio, I'm going to tell you that I want you to think about seriously booking sessions with this lady. After we've had the interview, you'll understand why. Because she's very perceptive and very capable of helping you to get your life back on track. So Dr. B, welcome to the Healthy Reasonings podcast.
Thank you, Dr. Andre, for inviting me to come on your podcast.
Inviting in quotation marks.
Inviting me.
Ambushing. So, yeah, I don't think I've ever had anybody in the studio before. So this is kind of exciting for me too.
I feel very special.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
You're in the sanctuary. So that to be easy questions. What you guys may not know is Dr. Bedasse is actually a medical doctor trained at the best school, University of the West Indies. Correct. And also she has her doctorate in Christian counseling psychology.
Right.
So she's a double doctor.
Mm.
And the question I always ask doctors on this show, at what point did you recognize that you wanted to become a doctor?
Well, honestly, for me, I didn't, that came to me. I think the Holy Spirit actually pressed it upon my heart. I was actually getting out of a sleep one morning.
Wow.
That's what happened. It's just at that time, coming out of a sleep, and I heard a voice said, apply to medicine.
Wow.
Which incidentally would have been like Friday, and the deadline for application would have been Monday. So I had to move quick and fast from Kingston to Montego Bay to get my mother's signature on the application form.
Wow.
And so I submitted the application and then forgot about it. Just applied because I didn't think I was going to be able to do it for many reasons.
Wow.
Competition and financial constraints. Right? So I did that and forgot about it. And then fast forward to the end of the first year at university.
Wow.
Then I actually got into medicine.
That is, I think you've mentioned a story before. I didn't realize the deadline was so close. So it really was more of almost a snap decision.
It was a snap decision.
And we're reaping the benefit. So, you will never admit this, but you were pretty good at medical school, weren't you?
I think so. I managed to get along.
So You were one of I think you got a prize for something you had
I
mentioned.
did. I hope that happens another story. I thought I was just average at mid school, honestly. But in the final year, final exam, I actually got honors in obstetric and
Wow.
gynecology, and I shared the prize with another student who was based in Barbados.
Nice.
Mhm.
That's impressive. So everybody thought you were gonna do ONG.
Right.
Hmm. You flipped it on them.
That was never ever part of my plan.
Well, you didn't think you were going to go into ONG.
No,
Everybody thought you would.
based on the results.
Based on the results. So you just jumped into something else, which was private practice.
Yes, that was another turning point because I had in mind to do ophthalmology.
Ooh.
When I did my rotations with the residency program, I realized that I really did like ophthalmology.
Ooh.
At the time, you could only do ophthalmology in the UK, but
Ooh.
I still had that thing. So I was doing the rotation through um at Cornwall through ophthalmology. But you know, sometimes when you have to deal with personalities and so,
Mm-hmm.
so there was some difference in personalities,
Mm-hmm.
and I decided that I needed to um, exit,
Separate yourself.
separate myself. So of course I needed to do what I needed to do.
Mm-hmm.
So I went into private practice,
Yeah.
much to the surprise of many persons. So my friends and colleagues were nervous for me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, what are you doing?
Mm-hmm.
And then, but then it turned out well.
Yeah, well, you've been practicing. How do I ask this in a way that doesn't seem like I'm asking you your age? You've been practicing for, well, all right, fine, let's do it this way. I've been practicing for 20 years. So it doesn't really mean anything. So how long have you been practicing
I'm
that
not
way?
ashamed to tell you how long I've been practicing. I'm quite proud of it, actually.
Yeah.
It's almost 40 years since
Yeah.
I've been practicing.
So this is a lady with a wealth of experience in private practice. Now, we've spoken a lot about the medical side,
Mm.
but we were having a conversation earlier about, you shared with me that just this morning you were trying to put together when you first saw the connection between the emotions and the physical health, which is something I wanted to ask you about anyway, but you came prepared. So what you want to tell us about that?
Well, I think in private practice, I realized that when I started, I actually had the passion
Mm-hmm.
just to deal with people and to understand their situation. I was very sensitive to that aspect of it. I had personal experience with illness
Mm-hmm.
and the treatment from my colleagues at the time were
Mm-hmm.
not necessarily comforting.
Mm-hmm.
One person actually told me that it was in my mind. Then I thought it was a very unkind statement.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, you understand? Right. But I know what I was feeling. And I promised myself that if I will always treat my patients
Mm-hmm.
and listen to what they're saying,
Mm-hmm.
no matter what
Mm-hmm.
I thought. And so because of that, it caused me to be more attentive to persons and what they're saying, looking beyond what
Mm-hmm.
they're saying. So
Mm-hmm.
because of the personal experience. And I think that kind of helped me to develop my listening skill and to be able to put things together.
Yes.
So very early, I realized that there's a big connection between the mind and the body and the spirit.
Mm-hmm.
Everything came as we went along because the spiritual aspect and the mental and emotional aspect almost came in at about the
Yeah.
same time.
And then you ultimately segued into Christian counseling psychology.
Christian psychology,
Christian, what is that?
whatever.
What is it? I always put the
Because
three words, but it's
well,
not.
it's a matter of semantics. Some people
Mm-hmm.
say counseling psychologist, something.
Mm-hmm.
Some people say Christian counselor,
Mm-hmm.
or the bottom line is to provide counseling based on scriptures.
Okay.
All right. However,
Mm-hmm.
it's not imposing religious beliefs on
Right.
anybody.
Right.
Understand? So
Right.
it separates it from secular counseling as opposed to Christian counseling.
Mm. All right, guys, we are going to take a quick break to remind you about joining healthyreasonings.com. We'll be right back and we're going to talk about Dr. Bedasse's brand new book, See you soon. Healthy Reasoners, there's so much more I'd love to be able to say during these podcast episodes, but out of respect for the platforms that I'm on, such as this one, I do not think it would be the best move. And so I want to be able to provide even more unfiltered, clear conversations for you, the Healthy Reasoners. So I invite you to join me in our very own private community over at healthyreasonings.com. There, we can talk in a little bit more detail. I actually have several benefits available for you. It's live Q&A sessions once a week. We're gonna have discussions amongst ourselves. We're gonna see if we can get some of our guests to come on there as well to share their thoughts in a more candid way. And so many other benefits, including behind the scene footage, other resources, merch, and apparel. Lots of things that are going to make your life so much better, healthier, and more productive. So I invite you to join us over there at healthyreasonings.com. Sign up to join the community. It is totally free, and you're going to see me there live and in living color, speaking in clear, unfiltered terms. Jump over right now, and I'll see you there. All right, so we're back, and I want to talk about this lady's book because I am so proud of her, first of all, because whilst I haven't fully read the book is very well done. It's going to be flashing up on the screen somewhere here. It's called Offense Kills. And this is a book that Dr. Bedasse has had incubating, as far as I can tell, for many years. Because when I met her way back in 2016, she was already teaching me some of the principles of the book. And now it's finally in full format, in paperback and on Kindle. All of that will be shown on the screen. But the name Offense Kills, very powerful name. Why did you choose that name, Dr. B?
I thought about several other topics, but I wanted actually to focus on the fact that offense can destroy you, can kill you physically, mentally, and emotionally, and spiritually. But I also wanted it to be able to capture the attention of the readers to know that this is something that is serious.
Yeah.
Because there's a subtitle. It's Offense Kill, Healing from the Emotional Triggers
Yes.
that hold you captive.
Yes. There we go. So I guess I can ask you, because you're the expert, what is offense?
Offense is anything that causes you to feel uncomfortable.
Oh, wow. Okay. I didn't know that.
It's anything. So it can be a betrayal, it can be a sense of rejection, it can be a slight feeling that you didn't get what you wanted or you didn't hear what you want. Anything that makes you feel uncomfortable, annoyed, frustrated.
I need to read the book. I'm a very bad interviewer because I actually didn't know the answer to that question. So that means that most of us are being offended on a daily basis,
That's correct.
including me.
Without recognizing that
Yeah.
you think so.
So you have seen, and you're in the prime place to see the connection between offense and people's physical and emotional issues,
Correct.
because you're seeing them at the intersection of medical doctor work as well as Christian
Counseling.
psychology or Christian counseling work. But then I guess sometimes you have to jump in between the two hats,
True.
because, wow, okay. So this is a setup for me then, because I didn't feel
That's okay.
So when you were writing the book, you drew on all of the years of experience in a private office.
I did. I came upon the sequence of events that can occur from offense to death.
Huh.
And initially, I thought that would be my book,
Mm-hmm.
doing the sequence of offense, because offense will lead you to emotions of anger. Some people will not want to say they're angry. They say, I'm hurt.
Yes.
You hurt my feelings.
Yeah.
And then that gives you a sense of rejection, whether you feel rejected or because of how you're feeling, you choose to reject and avoid. And then it leads to negative feelings, which really amounts to unforgiveness. Now, unforgiveness will harbor and lead to resentment, can intensify to become bitterness, Bitterness will eventually make you feel miserable. Miserable will make you feel self-pity. You start feeling sorry for yourself. And it will lead to a sense of loneliness,
Mhm.
hopelessness and despair, depression, then hatred. That's another trick one.
Mhm.
And death. Because hatred is not necessarily just intense dislike. Hatred also means to love less,
Mhm.
to disregard, to withhold esteem, to deliberately exclude,
Mhm.
right? And the death can be physical. Physical meaning high blood pressure, diabetes, ulcers,
Ah, ah,
skin disorders,
I got you.
understand? All the way to cancer. And
Yeah.
then emotional, where you decide that you're going to protect yourself, protect your emotional, you'll not love again, you'll not have friends, you'll not, participate in certain things.
Mhm.
And then spiritual, of course, if you have any negative, you cannot have relationship with the
It's good.
God, right? And some people go as far as being angry with God or don't want to have anything to do with Him, which is death. So that was originally supposed to be my book, going through all the sequence of events, but then it took
I want the
on more.
listeners to realize how everything just rolled off her tongue, right? And this is a Dr. B that I know, where you just have to be there when the gems fall, because otherwise you'll miss them. Because she looks very unassuming, but there's a lot going on beneath the surface. And when the time comes when she's on a roll, you just want to catch everything that you can. So she just rattled off us a sequence, starting with offense and ending with death, and revealed to us that death doesn't necessarily mean being 6 foot under,
Correct.
but it starts with death of the cells, death of the organs, death of the tissues. And then she spoke about emotional death and then spiritual death. So I first of all want to say, before she forgets to say, that you need to go out and get her book. It's available on Amazon. It's available both on Kindle
Paper
and paperback
and hardcover.
and hardcover. So you need to jump on. I'm going to put the link there, and it's going to be in the show notes or wherever you're watching. So you need to go and support her book. And I want you to also know that she offers Zoom consultations, which if I don't promote it, she won't. So I'm going to, so I'll arrange for you to get contact information for her so you can book your consultation with her. But this is a powerhouse of a lady that you need to help guide you through difficult times. And here's a nice question for you, Dr. B. You've been doing this for almost 40 years now, which means that you were doing it through the years of COVID.
Correct.
Have you noticed any increase or decrease in the number of patients coming to see you since COVID?
I wouldn't say so.
Mm-hmm.
No,
Mm-hmm.
no. Not because of COVID.
Directly.
No, I wouldn't. I haven't noticed anything, directly like that because
Mm-hmm.
of COVID. I must say, just before COVID, though,
Mm-hmm.
perhaps in the year before, like 2018,
Mm-hmm.
there was an increase
Wow.
in that time. And then some of those persons passed off
Wow.
2020, 2021.
Wow. In terms of the emotional side, though,
Yes.
Dr. B, I wanted to ask you, we as a world have been through some very difficult times over the past 5 years. We've had a lot of isolation for various reasons, for health
Mm.
and public health reasons. People have been separated from family for a while. Do you think that that is having an impact on the emotional issues that people are facing?
That will definitely have an impact on the emotional issues, but will we necessarily see the physical manifestation of it yet?
Uh,
That is it. That's what I'm saying.
uh,
Because in terms of persons' behavior and emotion, there is a change.
mhm,
Understand? Because
mm,
that I think that more persons are comfortable with isolation.
yes,
You know, more
yes,
persons are comfortable with dealing with issues on their own. More persons are more, but for want of a better word, more selfish
yeah,
from that perspective. But
yeah,
in terms of the manifestation of the physical part of it, we wouldn't
hmm,
necessarily see it
hmm,
yet. But depression and so I think is more common
yeah,
now.
yeah. I've been noticing in my cancer patients as well, there's a lot more desperation. And that's probably a separate issue. It's
Sure.
not necessarily related to the pandemic story, but I think the world has changed. Also, I think the you're the expert, but I feel like people are a lot more they're a lot more emotionally in tune. Like mental health is now just something that people talk about all the time.
That's true.
Whereas when I was growing up, nobody really spoke about mental health issues as often as they do now. I don't know if that's because we're becoming more emotionally intelligent, or is it less emotionally intelligent? But nowadays, the least of the thing people will say, "Oh, you're triggering me," or I feel uncomfortable. I need to get out of your space. You're toxic. And I'm saying, wow, okay, what happened to the good old resilience that people had in the years gone by? I'm not asking you a question, but I'm just hoping you'll give me your thoughts.
Definitely. Because it is true that persons are more vocal
Mm-hmm.
and they're more willing to admit that they're not doing so well mentally and they want to protect their mental space.
Mm-hmm.
Also,
Mm-hmm.
there's a certain behavior, let me call it a behavior, that seemed to be more prominent, more exposed in recent years. And in recent years, it would definitely, it started before COVID,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So persons are more aware of it. And because of that, some persons are pushing back.
Mm-hmm.
Previously, persons would be silent
Mm-hmm.
and suffer in silence. And
Mm-hmm.
of course, they would suffer the consequence.
Yes.
But now, I think social media has put it out there, has labeled it, has called it,
Mm-hmm.
whatever. And persons are actually using these labels,
Mm.
you know? So it's
Yeah.
more enlightenment.
Yeah.
And some persons will actually use that to control and manipulate, to say,
Mm-hmm.
well, you're triggering me, or
Mm-hmm.
it's part of the whole manipulation
Yes.
and control.
Oh boy.
Mm.
That's for another episode, isn't it? Yeah, Dr. B has given us quite a few gems already. And there's a lot more beneath the surface. But because I ambushed her today, we're going to jump over into our weird and wonderful segment. But let's take a quick break so you can know how to get in touch with her and how to purchase the book. We'll take a quick break and be right back.
You can fake joy, you can mask pain, but you can't fake healing. We worship loud, but many of us are wounded silently. Offense doesn't always shout. It doesn't always slam doors or break glass. It separates quietly. It builds walls where there should be bridges. You smile, you serve, you show up, but your heart is bleeding beneath the surface. The enemy doesn't need to destroy you. He just needs you to stay offended. Offense kills marriages, it kills ministries, it kills movements, it kills you from the inside out. But healing starts with truth. Offense kills, but it doesn't have to kill you.
All right, so we're back, and now it's our weird and wonderful segments. And I have some scorches for Dr. Bedasse. I know you guys probably do as well, so feel free to jump in the comments. And if you have a question you want to ask her, please ask in the comments as well. Weird and wonderful. Dr. B, the way how weird and wonderful works, I ask you 2 questions, personal but not invasive. You ask me 2 questions, personal but not invasive. And this is in an attempt to, for me, it helps people to kind of take doctors off this godlike status, because we have our own issues. We're humans. We have our own likes and dislikes. We have our own personal preferences. And so when we do our weird and wonderful, it's to make you remember that we're humans after all. So I don't even have on any shoes, see? So Dr. B, my question to you first. What is your favorite flavor of ice cream?
My favorite flavor, pralines and cream.
Praline. I am so glad you said that, because I've been on a quest to find out what on earth is a praline.
Whatever that is.
I know you're the second person I've heard say pralines and cream, and I just don't know what a praline is. Obviously, we know what cream is. All right, so homework. Healthy Reasoners, if any of you know what on earth a praline is, please type it in the comments because I just don't know, but it sounds really bougie, right? So, yeah, pralines and cream, I'll bear that in mind. That to be your question to me.
What is your favorite color?
Favorite color? It is royal blue.
Wow.
Royal blue. It's the blue that comes in Microsoft Excel.
I know
And
that
I
blue.
like it.
It's a pretty blue.
I love that blue. Anything I can get in that blue, I try my best.
Okay.
And weirdly enough, oh,
It's
kind of
right
like
there,
this.
and it's a
Yeah,
little
kind of
darker.
like yeah. Yeah, so yeah, there's a
That's
reason.
interesting.
Yes, and I'm also colorblind, but that's another
No,
story.
yeah, colorblind for that.
All right, my question to you. This is a popular one for me, which is if you live in Jamaica,
Right.
but if you could live in any other country in the world for the rest of your life, where would you live?
That's a tricky question. I give you a choice.
Go ahead.
Could be Costa Rica
Wow.
or Portugal.
Wow. Okay, follow-up question. I didn't see that coming. I know you've been to Portugal.
Yeah.
So what is it about Portugal? Let's use that one.
I like when I went there, I like the pace. It's relaxing, slow paced, and everybody seemed to be just easy.
Ah,
And I felt safe.
need to check it out. I've never been to Europe. I've been to United Kingdom after Brexit, so that doesn't count. Portugal. Okay, I didn't see that coming. All right, fine, fine. Well played. Your question now that to be.
My question to you is
It's
no,
gonna be tricky.
no, it's not going to. It's not. If you had to choose anything else apart from medicine, what would it be? What that be?
Ooh. It's funny you asked that because for years my answer would have been music. But you know what's funny is that lately I've been enjoying marketing.
Okay.
And you have been enjoying marketing too. That's like so for years I thought it would be music because my parents tricked me into doing medical school with the promise that when I finished I could go and do music. And they just kept tricking me. But yeah, I kind of enjoy marketing. I like watching to see how people respond to the new product and how the product serves their needs. And like in your case, I see lots of testimonials on your Instagram saying how the book has changed people's life. Go and get the book, Healthy Reasoners. Go and get the book. So I think, yeah, I would probably enjoy, if I could, helping somebody to market their product. And it's like a nice challenge. I like challenges. So Dr. B, we have come to the end of our interview where we held you hostage for probably around 20 minutes. Not against her will. She came on her own accord.
definitely not.
And I know people have gotten a glimpse into the window of the treasure that is Dr. Charlotte Bedasse. And I wanted you to just share, if you had one message that you wanted to leave with the Healthy Reasoners. Healthy Reasoners are very bright people. They're the people who don't just take things at face value. Am I right, guys? You know who I'm talking about. We are the people who question things and come to our own conclusions. So Dr. B can't pull any fast ones on us. Not that should want. But I want you to just share, if you could think of just one message that you want people to understand, especially as it relates to your book, the one thing that you think people need to incorporate into their life right now to make a change.
What I would want to say for sure is to emphasize that offense kills, but it doesn't have to kill you.
Ah, nice.
It doesn't have to kill you. The solution is forgiveness. And forgiveness is not that you're weak, actually you're strong if you can forgive. But the point is to become gracefully unbothered because offense will come, but it's a matter of how you manage it. Bottom line is to protect yourself. So forgiveness is really protecting yourself. That's what I mean.
Yeah, that sounds about right. So Healthy Reasoners, you've heard from the guru is a new age term. You've heard from the wise lady. And there's a lot more depth there. but she only agreed to give me this one interview. So I don't want to prejudice or jeopardize any subsequent interviews. So Healthy Reasoners, I want you to show her some love in the comments. Let her know how much you appreciate the gems that she has given us today. Go out and buy the book. The details were already shown and they'll be in the notes below. Support Dr. Bedasse as she helps us to get our lives back on track. She has made a marked difference in my own life personally, and I know she can help you as well. Bless you guys and see you in the next episode.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to another episode of the Healthy Reasonings podcast. Remember to subscribe to this podcast so you can be updated as soon as new episodes are ready. If you have a question, send us a voice note on WhatsApp or a WhatsApp message. The WhatsApp number is 1-876-405-7831. For more information or to become a sponsor, please email wellnessdocjamaica@gmail.com. See you soon.